Did they seriously made an episode about gay men with beards being unable to get into the infinite possibilities of diversity? Alright, geeks and ghouls, I was warned. I woke up and somebody has sent me a comment in one of my videos about The Watch and said, "Oh boy, episode 6 is cringe overload." And I didn't believe it. But I said, okay, that's too much, that's no way. That's no way. But fuck damn it, they were right. This is cringe central. So in episode 6 of The Watch, this series that is not the Discworld of Terry Pratchett that we know and love, and that's official, we have Terry, Carrot and Angua visit Terry's mind in order to find the second artifact that can control the dragon. It's a crown. And going through that, we also learn about her backstory. So Terry used to be the Mine King's son, but she ran away because she couldn't take it anymore about the need to have beards in that mine. So she left behind her gay lover. I know it's complicated. And now he is the king also. Are all dwarves as tall as Carrot? Because the way I see this episode, yes they are, and Angua is shorter than every dwarf. So Carrot and Angua have to wear a beard, a fake beard. Chiri has one in order to fit into the mine, because everybody who doesn't have a beard there is taken in by the darkness. And note, in gay culture, a beard is a woman a gay man is dating in order to pass as straight. If for some reason you know that, if you frequent the Urban Dictionary or something, the cringe is too much already, and we haven't hit the mother load yet. Carcer and Wons, who is a woman in this series, as many other characters, are also in the mine. They capture Carrot, Angua and Cherry, and Angua and Cherry are left in chains to be taken by the darkness after their beards are ripped off. But while in the dark, Cherry is conducted by her mother, who tells her that the dark is nothing evil, nothing to be afraid of. It's just a place of infinite possibilities where you can be yourself. Yes. Beards, gay guys, you can be everything you want. You can be anything you want as long as you get rid of the beard. Sorry, it gets really bad. The more I talk about it, I can't stop laughing, and the episode wasn't funny. It's just me realizing that makes me laugh. As this is happening, Carcer tells Carl that he's the final piece of the puzzle, the third artifact, because he's the ancestor of the rightful king of Ankh-Morpork, like, in the books. But as this happens, the girls pop in and he's saved, because Chiri controls darkness, but Carcer and Wons escape into the altered territory, I guess. Meanwhile, Vimes and Sybil are in the headquarters of the Watch, and they are besieged by the Assassin's Guild. They block the door and the assassins come in through the roof, and it was a very funny scene, the way it's done in this episode. And this happens because Dr. Croesus has taken over the Thieves Guild after she assassinated the leader of the Thieves Guild and is about to take over everything in Ankh-Morpork. And she sees the artifacts and realizes that she should get her hands on it. But when things look like Vimes and Lady Sybil are going to die, Chiri and crew pops in and they beat the assassin using the power of darkness and disco.
Shit.
That's my song.
That part really looked like a screenplay version of Scott Pilgrim Against the World. And Scott Pilgrim was an amazing movie, and this was not. This was cringe. So it's firmly established that this is another dimension parallel to the Discworld we know and love. Yes, they're honest on that, and the auditors are actually looking for a weaker version of Vimes to beat, because every time they try to take it down Vimes in the Watch, they win. Ons has the idea that find the weakest version of Vimes and I'll have him kill Lady Sybil, and this will cause a ripple effect throughout the multiverse. Not bad. Not bad at all. Actually, this makes sense in this context why this Vimes, why this Watch. I know I'm a straight white guy in this instance, I have no horse in the race, maybe I should not talk about it. But I guess I'm the only person on YouTube speaking about this series, so I'll have to do it. Forgive me if I'm wrong about it, but in the book series, in Men at Arms, in Feet of Clay, we had a tale of a woman's emancipation, how she managed to be both feminine in a very patriarchal and macho environment, and being herself. And in this series, we have the story of a privileged man who abandons all his responsibilities in order to become a woman. And I know that the semantics of she always was a woman, and I get it. She didn't fit in the dwarf society and she left. And I get where they're going. And the series on its own kind of works. But I don't quite get how gender works with these dwarves and with Cart's family and all this stuff. The whole building is all wobbly, timey-wimey sort of mess. And I don't quite get the beard thing, except as a hipster joke on gay culture or something. And I have this problem with the last 2 seasons of Doctor Who. And the series too is the BBC, let's call it wokeness, because it's hard to find a definition, I hate this term, is that the writers think that they are more clever than they truly are. I mean, they're not Moffat clever, let's put it this way. We had Moffat, who was too clever for his audience to keep track of what was happening in Doctor Who, was bad. But during the Signal era, we have a lot of people who think they're very smart and they make scathing commentary on society, on reality, on politics, on gender, on race, and they don't. They make some downright offensive episodes. They have some material here in Doctor Who. I don't know where else. I'm not watching mass television right now, and not British television. So I'm not quite sure, but I remember 10 years ago, British shows were like how much offensive shit we can throw against the wall. Being no trouble, and there were shows like The Misfits and The In-Betweeners, and even Doctor Who had some off-color jokes here and there. And here we have them trying to write some, I'll call it woke episodes, and they're just insulting against minorities. There is erasure, there is surface level traits, there are some inside jokes, there are some things that if you watch them from outside of their mindset, they tell you the opposite thing, that what they want to say, and this is very bad. So, I mean, maybe the writers in the shows are just a bunch of shitlords who try to get the most offensive material under some draconian directives by the higher-ups. And in case that's the case, I applaud them. But that episode was cringe central. Thank you for sticking with me and watching this video. I hope you liked this review. I hope you laughed at how bad this episode was. If you felt like you disagree with something I say, I'd love to hear your comments about it. Let's have a discussion. I mean, I won't cry bigotry if you disagree with me, unlike many of the creatives in TV, because this is YouTube and I'm actually an adult. Believe it or not, I have a real job, sort of. Yeah, I can take it. I love to hear a different opinion. I mean, there are people telling me this show is good, and they're kind of right in their own way, but this episode was definitely not the best in the series. I can guarantee that, or maybe it was, and it's just me who don't get it because I'm a straight white guy, even if some people who disagree about my whiteness, come to think of it. So yeah, like, subscribe, and see you soon. Thank you for watching.